Ever notice how some days you wake up and you can crush through work, feel unstoppable, yet some days you can barely keep your eyes open after lunch? Well, in this video, you learn how top performers utilize the science of nutrition to outperform the competition. My name is Ante, and on this channel, you will learn how to become way more productive while working way less amount of time, proven by a bunch of science, bunch of experts. So let's get into it. I remember around 2 years ago, I would wake up, I would do everything that I said that I would do, okay, fine. And around 1 p.m., 2 p.m., the time finally came to have my first meal for the day. And not only first, but also the last. I decided I'm gonna experiment with only one meal a day. So I got my ass towards the fridge and I opened the fridge and I was like, what am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat? And I remember, I don't know what everything I ate, but I remember that I definitely ate a bunch of peanut butter on bread and honey, apples. So it was so delicious. When I think about it right now, it makes me hungry. And I would eat this. I would eat a bunch of it. Honestly, I would eat so much that, in fact, after I ate, I didn't really even want to go for a walk. That's how bloated and heavy, lethargic I felt. I just wanted to lay down, just not do anything. As I said, not even go for a walk. And I experimented with this for a few days. And after a few days, I realized this, maybe has a bunch of benefits because I'm more productive in the morning, for example, and have more time. I don't have to eat in the morning, and so on. But hey, after that, I feel awful. So skip forward in the future. One day we had a bunch of meat left over from the day before. So I was so hungry and I was like, let's go at it. And I'm eating it so freaking good. I was like, let's just try eating meat. For some reason, that day, I don't know why exactly, I didn't eat anything else. I didn't eat any fruit, any vegetables, anything, any sauce. No, just meat. After that meal, I felt amazing. Like I remember it like it was yesterday. I literally felt like I could have trained immediately, went to work on something immediately, learned whatever it was. Literally, I didn't feel heavy at all, bloated, lethargic. My mind was fast, clear, sharp, however you want to call it. I was like, holy. So the point of the story is what you eat, because you can actually eat in the morning if you eat the right food according to you. Now, most people, as you realize, and you heard a bunch of people say this: Andrew Tate, Hamza Ahmed, then you have Ryan Doris, you have Charlie Morgan, I don't know what else, but you have a bunch of people who all function awesome on carnivore, or at least keto diet, which is a little carbs, 30 to 40 to 50 max grams per day. So mainly fats. If you want the same benefits, you want to be more productive and you want to feel awesome throughout the whole day, not heavy, lethargic, and all that. Get rid of that brain fog. Feel like like Andrew Tate. As you see how he crazy is, how well he speaks, how awesome he articulates his thoughts. Or Dan Coe, for example. If it doesn't matter if you don't know the guy. If you want those benefits, try carnivore meal. Don't make bunch of arguments, blah blah blah. What's gonna happen? I'm not saying make this lifestyle change forever, only eat meat, or if you want to go regular keto, which is little carbs. No, I say try carnivore, fattier meat, and pretty much that's everything you eat. Obviously some salt or something like that, so it's a bit more delicious, and obviously pick the meat you like, but pretty much just try for one day, okay? Nothing crazy, just one day, and you'll see just how well you perform, how awesome you feel after the meal. That's pretty much it. Literally, you have nothing to lose. Imagine the experiment is like, I feel a bit better, but it's like not worth it, because I think my health is gonna suffer long term. Okay, sure. If you feel awesome, then you can look more into it. Like, can you really do this long term? Blah blah blah. Doesn't matter now. Just try this once and see how it goes. You see, a bunch of people are like, at first, but just shut your fucking brain up, for a second and just try it. What's gonna happen? What's the worst thing that can happen? One day. Now, if you're an entrepreneur who wants to make way more money working way less amount of time, then click the link in the description of this video and you will get my personal one-on-one help. So we're gonna hop on calls and a bunch more in order to achieve that reality for you, in order to make that come true. I remember one day, I was around 5 years ago, a long time ago, I was still in high school, like second or third year. And one day it was summer break. Me and my friend decided to hop on a game called League of Legends, and we would play. Okay, it's fine. We got there at like it was, I don't know, 9 p.m. or something. It was a night. I don't know how much, and we played, and next thing you know, it's like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. But we're still going. We're still going. We're still playing. We're still having fun. It's awesome. This never happens. We usually never do this, but that day we just decided to go, all in. I don't know, and pretty much around 5 a.m., something like that, we finally stopped playing. It was almost, sun was almost getting out already, and to finish it off, to make it even better, we still stayed talking a bit, and I literally got an idea to go to my yard, because I don't live in an apartment, I live in a house. So to go to my yard and get my blanket and what do you call it? The pillow, and put it in trampoline, and literally I would fall asleep there. It was very funny. It was actually awesome because it was not cold while I was out. It was amazing in that sense. But a few hours later, it was around 10 a.m., for example, probably something like that. I woke up and I was full of sweat, like disgusting. I was full of sweat. It was so freaking hot because I said it was summer. So at even 10 a.m. it was so cold, especially because I was exposed to light and I even had a blanket over me. A thick one, not really, small one. I just took a big one. So I woke up and I was like, holy shit, I gotta go shower. And obviously I slept for like 4 hours, something like that. And you can predict how my day went pretty much. I didn't have any energy. I didn't do anything that I said I would do. I felt awful. I barely could just get through the day pretty much. I didn't enjoy it one bit, except maybe when I ate, which is obviously good. But there's definitely some days when I just wake up and I slept like an angel, to make a conscious to that story that I just told you. And once I wake up like that, I literally just get out of bed. I can even jump out of bed. I remember those days, literally, when I would perfect my sleep and I would just jump out of bed. I feel hyped up. I would rush through the day. I would get everything done. I felt amazing. I felt full of energy. Like I was a bunch of energy in myself. And the whole day was way, way, way better. Even though I had to, force myself, some days I really did, to actually go to bed on time, not be on my phone and so on. And so the second thing is pretty much just improving your sleep, becoming way more consistent with your sleep. And that's pretty simple. I'm not going to go very in depth about this. This is pretty much how you do it. So pretty much, if you don't have a sleep schedule, meaning you don't go to sleep at the same time and wake up at the same time every single day, you want to first decide when you're going to go to sleep and when you want to wake up. And not only that, you want to decide when you will be in bed. That's another thing. So you want to be consistent, not just with, I'm going to sleep from this time to this time. You want to say, if I sleep at 10 p.m., this is my sleep routine, I have to be at bed at 11:45 p.m. Meaning, so that I actually have a chance in those 50 minutes to fall asleep at 10 p.m. to actually get 6 hours of sleep, instead of go to bed at 10 p.m. and then or even later, and then fall asleep at actually 11:30, or even later, So that's the first thing that most people make a mistake on. So you gotta give yourself at least 15 minutes before you actually say you will sleep to be in bed. And make sure to not mess this up even on weekends. Like, obviously, if it happens, but try to do this as rarely as possible. Try to prioritize that. Second is pretty much stay off your phone for an hour at least before you go to sleep. The more the better, but at least an hour. This, if you, I could actually explain the science, but it boils down to, in the morning you want sunlight. You're less sensitive to it. You actually, it wakes you up. It raises your cholesterol, cortisol, which is actually very beneficial in the morning. But at night, you are very sensitive to light. In the morning you are barely sensitive, but in the night you are very, very sensitive to light. So if you see light, the last minute of you falling asleep, this makes it so your body thinks that it's day outside, because it doesn't know the difference between artificial light and sunlight. So obviously it's hard for you to fall asleep. And since you do this every single day, your rhythm, for when you go to sleep, is way later than it should be. So that's pretty much the most important two things. Just avoid phone, go to sleep at the same time, be in bed way before, at least 50 minutes, not way before, at least 15 minutes before you actually go to sleep. That's the two most important things. If you got anything from this video, just do these two things. And besides this, pretty much, never be frustrated. I could go way more in depth into this, but I'm gonna make a special video on perfecting your sleep. But if you're a beginner, do this. And also, just don't try to force yourself to fall asleep. Do something like meditation. There's Medito, I don't know, Headspace, a bunch of apps. Just type meditation in your phone and you'll find a bunch of apps. And there's specifically for nights, for falling asleep, helping with that. And then just follow meditation and you're gonna get way more calm. And by your body being way more calm, that's gonna reflect on your mind and it's gonna be way easier to fall asleep. And then you can just make your room way more colder. That's an easy tip that you can implement. Dim all the lights and make your room way more colder. You can do this by pulling down curtains, having a sleep mask. That's making it way more dark. And for making it way more colder, just crack open some windows before you go to sleep and then close them or leave only one open. So, if you have thermometer, just, turn down the temperature, but also get some fresh air in anyway. So that's pretty much it for the video. I really hope I helped you. I really hope this will make it so that you perform way better in whatever you do throughout every single day. I really hope I helped you, and I hope I will help you in every future video as well. See you in the one. Bye.